Hello there. How's it going? Just got back from some research, shall we say. It's been quite a crazy world out there. I've been looking into something that's really piqued my interest, and well, I found some stuff that may be of interest. It's found in an ancient room. It was mostly destroyed, but from what I salvaged, it was the Saa-Eents and the Roughnecks. They were first covered by William J. Chambliss, I believe in 1973, and I was looking into these things, and I believe we may be onto something. There's hints here of things I've seen throughout my studies. I pulled out some notes from an archive, and they speak of a social structure theory, which is just very interesting, just getting into the ideas of economic disadvantages and how our society is stratified, and we have this higher and lower classes. And just even in the beginning, they refer to this one tribe, the Saa-Eents, as these upper class white familied people, and the Roouhgnuckqs as these lower class white boys. And it's so unfortunate, and it kind of paved the way. And through what I could get, that it was, most of the text was illegible. I might just be illiterate. We get to this point in about the middle of this text I found, and it talks about how these roughnecks, these enforcers of the law who exist in the society, this people group just thought they were unfair and corrupt, and so they acted that way towards them. And these enforcers saw them acting in this way and just treated them in kind, and it just kind of built on itself. And where did I see this? It was, I believe, here we go. I believe it's called labeling theory. And so the boys would, the boys of this tribe would be disrespectful to these enforcers, and through that, the community, which already had a negative view, that kind of was put off towards these enforcers, and they shared the view of the community, and that these were just bad, that this tribe was just bad. And if we go on further, we can see an even more drastic occurrence of this. We see that these Saa-Eents, they were able to conduct their crimes, their desecrations of others in faraway places where the scars they left on the land could not be seen. However, these Roughnecks, they were disabled in a way where they were stuck, and despite doing some of the same things the others did, they were seen by these local people as negative, as a problem, and in turn they felt like a problem, and this perceptual bias that existed just both controlled what the people thought of them, but also what they thought of themselves. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy, often referred to as the looking glass self, where the appearance gets reaction, which leads to the development, and that's from both sides until you have what comes out of that, and that is the reality of someone. And I could have sworn there was a text. Oh yes, this is one I found several years ago in the Amazon, under a dead body. I believe it's hard to make out. I'm not sure exactly what the words mean. I know it was Abraham Lincoln was the author. He was a respected tribesman in that area. I believe this is an example of this labeling theory, and we see as we get to the end of this text, it trails off, but just these Saa-Eents, they came from power and wealth and influence, and their actions were just not held accountable, and it's just something that really is a shame. While these Roouhgnuckqs, they didn't have power, and anytime they misstepped, they were seen as evil people, and you can just see this conflict here, easily seen as that critical criminology, that social conflict, where this idea of those in power is used as a means to control, and it helps them maintain their power by keeping these people low. And this is just such an unfortunate reality that exists, and we see this perpetuated in even our modern society, despite this being such an ancient text from a different millennia. And so I just hope that we can continue to translate and interpret this, and maybe come to a better conclusion. Well, another adventure calls. Arrivederci.